So, you're struggling with shoulder pain while swimming. Well, you're not alone. Up to 90% of swimmers report having experienced shoulder pain at some stage during their career. Shoulder pain in swimming can be produced by a range of pathologies and driven by an interplay of multiple risk factors. We use the term swimmer's shoulder to refer collectively to the range of conditions that can cause shoulder pain while swimming. The good news is almost all cases of swimmer's shoulder are preventable, treatable, and certainly manageable. You can swim pain-free. If you're experiencing an acute episode of shoulder pain during swimming, start with these simple steps to manage your shoulder pain in the short term. Step 1, modify your swimming training to ensure it is pain-free. This can be achieved in a number of ways. Firstly, correct your technique. Poor technique can increase drag and reduce efficiency. This increases the load and subsequent fatigue on your shoulders, increasing your risk of developing pain. So swimmers must continually focus on achieving perfect technique, especially when under fatigue. Some of the common technique errors include a poor head position, poor body position, inadequate body roll, and an incorrect catch position. Correcting errors in your technique can often improve your pain immediately. So you should speak to your coach about how you can improve your technique to reduce the load on your shoulders and improve your efficiency. Secondly, you need to reduce your training load, but not by too much. We typically define training load as the volume of training multiplied by the intensity of training. Very high training loads, as well as very abrupt changes in training loads, are a primary risk factor for developing pain and injuries such as swimmer's shoulder. There are many ways to achieve a reduction in your swimming load. You can modify your total distance swum, intensity, number of repeats, sets, or your frequency of training. You can also reduce or eliminate your use of pull and hand paddles. You can apply fins, you can alternate your strokes, and you can interchange swimming with more kick. Many swimmers struggle to control their shoulder pain during training because of the many variables that influence and contribute to the overall training load. So it is best to see a professional to help you control your training in order to ensure that it is kept pain-free. Step 2 is to get your shoulder assessed professionally. You should see your physiotherapist to get your shoulder and injury history assessed. There are multiple pathologies that can cause shoulder pain in swimming and multiple risk factors that can contribute to the development of pain. No two swimmers' shoulders are really the same, so treatment does need to be individualised for it to be successful. Your physiotherapist will assess your shoulder and take an injury history from you. They'll look at your flexibility, strength, and neuromuscular control. This will allow your physiotherapist to determine the relevant risk factors contributing to your shoulder pain and therefore develop a targeted management plan that really suits you. Step 3 is rehabilitate your shoulder function. You need to address the contributing factors identified by your physiotherapist through sticking to a consistent rehabilitation program for your shoulder. You should set some relevant goals with your physiotherapist related to flexibility, strength, and training load so that you can track the progress of your shoulder returning to normal function. Step 4 is to gradually reload your training. As your shoulder pain improves, you can gradually start to reload your training program. This can be complicated, and guidance from your physiotherapist here is crucial to avoid acute overload and recurrence of your original pain. In general, overall training load increases of 10% per week are generally considered safe. Step 5 is to maintain your shoulder health. Once you are pain-free and back to swimming, you do have to continue to maintain your shoulder health and function. Swimming training itself causes shoulder fatigue, so swimmers must perform shoulder health exercises daily to reduce their risk of developing shoulder pain. So these should include range of motion and flexibility exercises such as self-myofascial release, mobility exercises and stretching, as well as strength and neuromuscular control exercises. These exercises should primarily target the rotator cuff muscles as well as the scapular stabilizers. You should ask your physiotherapist to prescribe you with a shoulder health program specific to your needs and your swimming.